A crazy scene in one of the busiest neighborhoods in San Francisco. A man walks into a jewelry store and starts shooting. Good evening, I'm Juliette Goodrich.
I'm Alan Martin. Ken Bastido, Elizabeth Cook have the night off. The bloodbath happened at the JewelryMart on 8th and Brannan. Linda Yee was driving in the area at the time and was at the scene right away. Linda, what's the latest?
Well, Alan, minutes after I got here, all of the streets were cordoned off. It was a little bit chaotic because police weren't sure if there was a second gunman out there. I did walk by some very heavily armed SWAT officers who were standing by in the alleys and on the streets around 8th and Brannan. Gunman walked into a showroom that specialized in gold jewelry and shot 3 people working there. Other shop owners say the 2 women who worked at the jewelry shop were killed, the owner injured. He was taken to San Francisco General with critical wounds. Esther Ishog knew them.
It was scary, and we heard that somebody was shooting around. So that was really scary.
When the first officers arrived, they saw a man covered in blood walking outside the JewelryMart.
The officers went to engage the suspect, not knowing if he was a victim or a suspect. At that point in time, the suspect produced a weapon and fired upon the officers.
Police say the gunman then ran into a nearby restaurant before officers could fire back.
Other officers came on scene. The suspect fired additional multiple rounds at the officers and then ran out of ammunition, threw the gun on the ground, and proned himself out and surrendered.
The suspect was also taken to the hospital for what police described as superficial wounds on his hands. The JewelryMart and surrounding buildings were in lockdown. Police feared a second suspect may have escaped. SWAT teams ordered store owners to lock themselves inside their shops. Esther Ishog said she hid in terror for an hour.
But we on the main floor, they asked us to stay inside the doors, inside the showrooms. So they locked the showrooms. So they told us to put the lights off, and then that's it.
By late afternoon, SWAT teams cleared the building, looked at store video, and determined there was only one suspect.
From talking to people, it appears that this is not the first time that this suspect has been in the building.
Was it a robbery attempt? Was it a robbery attempt?
We do not know at this time what the motive for this horrendous crime was.
Police never did have to fire their weapon. The chief said when the gunman ran into the restaurant, it was full of customers. They never had a clear shot. It wouldn't have been safe. Reporting live in San Francisco, Linda Yee, KPIX 5.
Now, police are hoping to talk to the injured store owner as soon as possible to figure out exactly what happened.